Brunson's stats doesn't tell the story.
43 days since the New York Knicks last loss by the Atlanta Hawks.
Ah,
Just want to throw that out there.
okay.
Um,
Regular
thir-
season,
huh?
regular season or playoffs?
Playoffs.
I mean, it was so long ago. It was so long ago.
I want them to rewind back the clip. Oh, I'm gonna go buy a CJ jersey. I'm gonna go buy a CJ jersey. Third team to win game 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals on the road. Eighth straight road playoff win. The Knicks are dominating this playoffs like no team before. What are you seeing on the Knicks side? You spoke to it a little bit. I mean, these guys are just playing, as Mikal Bridges said, like they're desperate.
You're playing how Brunson feels, right? You have a guy, small guy, overlooked, second round pick, champion, two-time champion college, right? Where he has his two boys with him. They've been through the mud, right? So, they trust him like no other. He's done showed them the promised land. They've done their roles to get to that promised land. And over these last few years, he has convinced the rest of the players and the city he is the man for this. And what you have here is you have one goal, one team, one tool, right? They are all powering the Thor hammer together. And that's what's going on. It's Brunson is leading the charge, but they are understanding their roles and they're playing their roles at the best of their ability. No one's doing nothing outside of what they do. They're trusting each other on the offensive side and the defensive side. They're trusting the subs. They're trusting everything about this season, these playoffs, and it looks beautiful. And it is great to see because you have the same thing on the Spurs, but you don't. Right? This is exactly how OKC was playing. Right? When Indiana made it, that's how they were playing. Right? So, man, it seems like this is their time, and they've shown it from the beginning. Right? And sometimes, no matter what you do, when it's someone times to shine, it's someone times to shine. When it's someone's time to shine, it's someone's time to shine. And there's nothing, fate can't do nothing about it. Your great defensive plan cannot do anything about it. If it was Wemby time, that shot would have went in. But the only lasting shot there was Brunson's shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brunson shot, and I think this will encompass all of it. People are mad about Brunson being on empty clip mode, and they are saying because I know they're saying because of how he is playing Wimby, Cat is the best player on this team. So if the finals ended today, who would you have as your finals MVP coming from the Knicks? Jalen Brunson averaging 25, 3 steals, 4 turnovers, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting 34% from the field while attempting 28 shots a game.
Uh-huh.
And then that's also 24 from three.
Okay.
Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points, 1 block, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 13 rebounds, shooting 56% from the field. Oh my goodness. 43 from three. Cat balling though, for real, for real.
Okay. Hold on real quick. Let me just think about something real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me see something right quick. I'm just looking at something real quick. Okay. All right. So, why do people mad again?
They mad because Brunson is chucking up the shots and he's not efficient, and they're also using this as a way to, prop up Cat.
Okay. Now, we have a failure to communicate with the basketball folks and the people who look at the stat sheet. Now, I don't want to put no wedge between the two, but my stats, Brunson's stats, doesn't tell the story. Don't ask me or ask anyone why certain things are happening in the first part of the game. The game is won in the playoffs, the last 6, 7 minutes of the game. What is his percentage in crunch time? I don't care what you did in the first 3 quarters when there's still a lot of game to be played, right? You could be 10 for 10 in the first 3 quarters, 0 for 10 in the fourth quarter. Did you have a good game or a bad game? But it says 50%. So if you wonder why they are up 2-0, it's because in the fourth quarter, when the game is on the line, Brunson is doing what Brunson does: make shots. Yeah, he's missing shots throughout the game, but when the game is on the line and his team count on him, last 7 minutes of game one, 13 points. He was not inefficient at that moment in time. The game two, when you're saying who should pass the ball, hey, the man who had the ball, did he fail? He had 7 points in the last few minutes of the game.
Led everybody.
Let everybody who?
Brunson, he led all Knicks scorers.
In the last 7 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. And I think sometimes, man, and this is why the basketball players, it's important that you stop being biased and give out the information you need to be giving out. Like a time like this, you're not gonna bash Brunson, who's done wheeled his team in the fourth quarter. That means if he was inefficient in the moments that mattered in this game, they wouldn't have been successful. But out of all this bad shooting he did throughout the first 3 quarters of both games, none of that shit mattered when the game was in winning time. 13 points game one, 7 points in game two to get the win. Got the jumper, got the steal, got the free throw. Can I say it again? He hit the jumper to tie the game. He got the steal to possibly win the game. He got fouled while he got the steal, and then the free throw he made sealed and won the game. What are you still questioning? There's nothing to question here. And this is why I say how you are playing during the game doesn't matter to me sometimes. Because if my star player is having a rough go at it, and there's a game on the line, and this is what he does for a living, this is why I pay him the big buckets of fried chicken. I'm gonna give it to him every goddamn time, because a gamer, a dude who does it for a living, he hits buckets. One thing he can do, he has short-term memory loss, meaning he doesn't remember what happened just a few minutes ago, just a couple seconds ago. That means this one shot in real time is all he knows. And this is the shot he needs to dial in and make. I don't care what Brunson's shooting percentage is. If I need a shot to be made, he has the ball. Meaning, if Cat is 20 for 20, having a game of his life, and we need one shot to win the game, and Brunson is over 20. Brunson's getting that ball, right? So whoever is questioning what's what, your narrative right now does not need it, man. Be a real journalist. Stop with the bullshit. I don't even know who said it. I don't care. They're up 2. If they lost the games, this is an argument you can have, but they won. Cat is playing a great-ass job. Cat is doing his damn thing. No one is taking nothing away from Cat. And Cat is not taking nothing away from what Brunson's doing. They're playing their roles. Cat role right now is bust Wemby's ass anytime you get it. Take us to the shore, and little man is gonna take us home. That's how they've played all year long. That's how they're playing in the playoffs. If you told me Cat had 0 points in the last 6, 7 minutes of both games, I will say probably. I would say, yeah, probably. Did he play bad? Hell no. He played his role. He did what he had to do to get the job done. And I think sometimes, man, and I remember Cat was having a conversation with the TNT crew, and him and Shaq was going back and forth. And Cat was like, as long as we get the win. And Shaq was like, no, yeah, whoa, you got to be dominant too. He's like, yeah, but as long as we get the win. And that becomes the problem with why us basketball players and the future of this game is so confused. What is really important? Is dominating while winning more important than sacrificing and getting the win? You tell us rings matter, but there was a conversation when Cat is speaking from, hey, the win matters. Me having 6 points, me having 38 points a game. As long as we get the win and I'm a champion, that's all that matters. And Shaq is like, nah, that's not actually it, bro. Now, for you to get your credit, you gotta dominate too. And that becomes the problem. And guess what? Both was right. Don't let them tell you you're wrong, Cat. What you're wrong is you're wrong from how the media has told us that these rings matter. And Shaq is speaking from what happens after your career's over with, and they're putting these rings together. And he's letting you know, whoa, Cat. Let me tell you from sitting at these tables, if you didn't put no work in to get that ring, you can't sit at the big boy table. So when some people say certain players who got multiple rings can sit at the MJ table, the Scottie Pippen table, the Kobe table, the Shaq, no, they can't. Stop lying to these fucking people, man. I'm sorry, but 5 rings and you're a top 10 player? Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Wardell, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem. That room and those championships, those players are sitting at. Everybody else who got 5, 6 rings, you do not access that room, because that room comes with the rings and the individual hardware, right? Your rings comes because of them. Like your number one option is in that room. You're the beneficiary of it. You're the who's the richest? Bill Gates, right?
Probably like Jeff Bezos.
No, Jeff Bezos, right? Does he got a kid?
Yeah, he got a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. Everybody who got a ring is not Jeff Bezos, right? You can be his kid, right? See, he get to be a little billionaire too. See, he inherits Jeff Bezos' empire, but he didn't put in the work that Jeff Bezos did. And that's how these rings are decided by the players. Who has them? Right? Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, Karl Malone, John Stockton. I'm sorry to hurt some of your feelings, but some of you that have rings, you can't even sit at the table they're in. See, they might not be in the table where them champion star players are, but they're in the table. That's better than if you was a third option and you won a ring. Because you won a ring as a passenger driver, meaning these guys were the driver of the car. They might not have got to the destination, but they had the responsibility to get there. Some of you never had the responsibility of driving a car. You wasn't capable of driving a car. Some of you are auxiliary guys. Make sure the beat is good for the guy driving. Some of you guys are sitting in the back seat, sleeping on the phone, watching TikTok, posting, vlogging. You got no responsibility to get anybody there safe. That is the driver. He got to make sure he ain't drink. He got to make sure he gets good rest. Sometimes if he has a good passenger, hey man, can you take some of these? Can you take? I'm sleepy here. Can you take a? Can you drive a couple hours? See, that's what Shaq is trying to tell Cat. Hey. Don't just be auxiliary. Sometimes you're gonna have to drive the car a little bit. When Brunson's not playing very well and he needs you to step up in the third quarter, hey man, sleep a little bit. Let me go ahead and take the wheel. When he wake up, hey man, hey boss man, hey, listen, hey, 25 and 12, 25-12, and shut him down. Finish the game for us. That is what a great wheelman is, or a sidekick. Meaning, when the star player needs to take a break, he steps up. JT and Jalen Brown, right? They both, hey, take a couple hours. You got it. Yeah. No, I'm just taking a little rest. I'm gonna get a little nap real quick. Hey, all right, your turn. That's what that is right there. Giannis, you see what I'm saying? Giannis. Oh, that nigga can't go to sleep for shit. Giannis has been driving the car by himself all last year. He got to take all and got Red Bull. He got to take a little powder. He got to try to stay up. So if you want to see the dialogue between Shaq and Cat, it was great dialogue. I agreed with both of them because I understand the media standpoint, but I also stand from the player standpoint that don't let the media fool you. If you ain't putting in that work, the players themselves don't validate your shit. But right now, Cat is balling. Brunson is balling. Mikal balling. Hey, even Josh Hart balling. OG. This OG is very different from last year OG. Balling. McBride, balling, man. Y'all doing your thing, man.